We did a huge research on what we should build there, and we find out at the end that we should build like a destination point.
When I came to that area first, it was my colleague who bought a villa over there, and she told me, Dennis, I want to show you something.
Starting by the Jacob & Co. social club that will have the cigar lounge, the business center.
But then after some time, somebody were knocking on their door and saying, hey,
please, sell me
take the money.
He's a Jacob & Co. Watch collector, and he purchased those three units as also a collection of branded real estate by Jacob & Co. So when you're selling a villa for your brother or for your family member, you will give him the best quality out of it, the best value for the money. Abu Dhabi municipality has done an excellent job. It's surrounded by greenery and the huge natural reserve with the beach. God made natural beach.
Yeah.
We added multiple layers of amenities to elevate the level of luxury. If you want your client to be convinced and to buy, bring him to the site, bring him to the sales center, bring him to the actual project plot location, going there firsthand, checking on the soil and standing in front of the beachfront.
Let's discuss it a little bit more in details.
This will become the city center of both great cities.
Mustafa, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, my friend, for having me.
Mustafa have achieved an incredible results in a relatively short period of time. He is right now a chief operational officer for the multi-billion-dollar company, one of my best developers, and they're building an incredible product. Mustafa, can you please introduce yourself to our audience?
Yeah, so I'm the chief operating officer of Ohana Development. I've been in real estate for 14 or 15 years, ever since I graduated. I held a degree in structural engineering, civil engineering actually.
Civil engineering,
yeah,
it's a huge benefit for somebody who is in our business.
Actually, yeah, it is. You know, due to my background in engineering, I've been able to handle micromanaging all aspects of the business. So being in my position and having my engineering degree helped me a lot in managing the entire process from all aspects of business. I usually go to the site on weekly basis to
I can see quite often in your stories that
I'm always
you're there
on the site, and I'm always checking on the quality of the finishing, meeting with the entire staff on site, with the entire the privately owned contracting companies that work for us and so on. I'm directly involved in all aspects of business, all the way from the development all the way over to marketing, sales, the design, and the contracting and the construction of the business. Yeah.
So what would you say is Ohana today?
Ohana is today one of the biggest private developers in Abu Dhabi and one of the fastest growing development companies in the UAE. Hopefully, soon we will start launching the biggest projects in Abu Dhabi itself, hopefully.
Well, I'm already excited with the projects that you currently have. Before we jump to them, let me do a small warm-up session with us. I will ask you a quick questions, and I will expect very short answers, and later on we'll dive deeper in it.
Fire it up. Let's go.
What is the core value of your project?
So it's the project location, the branded aspect of it by Jacob & Co. And then you have the lifestyle amenities with the services, and then you have the excellent finishes.
Where does the project's funding come from?
Well, the project fundings come directly from the shareholders of the main holding company that owns Ohana Development.
How do you ensure quality?
Okay, we run everything in-house, meaning Ohana itself owns multiple arms, a contracting company, a design company, and we tend to run everything in-house to ensure that the quality of the work is perfect.
What benefits do investors gain?
Well, they gain a very high-value product that will last for generations and will increase in value with time.
Who is this project not suitable for?
So the project is not suitable for clients that are looking to buy commercial residences, not high-end luxury projects.
And why is it profitable to work with you?
Again, because when you're buying in our project, it's like you're buying a limited edition real estate piece that holds great value and can increase in value over time.
What is your mission?
Honestly, it comes from the values that the main executives and the shareholders had in mind, in which we wanted our client, as well as our staff, as well as our partners and employees and the brokers in the market, to be all treated as one big family, I mean, we like to treat everybody around us the same way you like to treat your family. So when you're selling a villa for your brother or for your family member, you will give him the best quality out of it, the best value for the money, the best everything. And this is how we tend to treat everybody around us, because Ohana has this value in mind, which is Ohana and family. As you know, Ohana means family in Hawaiian culture, and this is why we tend to treat everybody around us or who works with us as part of one big family.
Beautiful. Absolutely agree on that. Mustafa, this was a warm-up.
Yeah. Let's get to the main thing then.
Yeah, now we can talk a little bit more about the questions that I'm going to ask you. Can you introduce a little bit more the people who run Ohana? Who are the leaders who stands behind this brand?
Yes.
And what is their backgrounds?
All right. So most of our executives have an engineering background. Mainly each department is run by its own executive. But the main high-level executives in the company are technically me and Hussein, which are the CEO and Chief Operating Officer of the company. It's actually a group of companies. So Ohana is technically owned by a holding company, and it owns multiple arms: a contracting company, a design company, a marketing agency, and so on. And each one of those has its own general manager. So this is why I was telling you earlier that everything is run in-house, and that guarantees the value and the quality of the craftsmanship and the work in our
How would
company.
happen to be that you guys are developers that run everything in-house? So did you start from production, from the construction, and then you jumped into...
So if we go back in history, like 35 years ago, in origin, the company itself was a contracting company when it started. And then the new generation, when it took over and started joining in, they established the development company and multiple other arms for the company itself. When it went to the UAE market, then again, and the new shareholders went in with us, we just extended the arm of Ohana to having everything built in-house and everything done in-house.
And when you're saying everything, we're talking about the construction materials, so the furniture, the fit-outs?
The furniture, of course, we're not a furniture company. We're a construction company. But when it comes to the fit-out, to the customization, you know, the quality of the craftsmanship, the design, in certain projects or in certain products that we sell, we give the client the element of customization. So he sits down with our architects to re-customize his villa's interior or his mansion's interior and change the layout in a way that suits him. So we are very much customer-centric in a way that we treat our clients or our customers as a part of our family, in which we give them access to customize their villa interior. And then after he customizes it, we go through the process of the construction and the contracting. And through that process as well, we usually update him on the construction status, so he sees his villa being constructed as he likes it to be. So it's, at the end of the day, it's his dream home. So we tend to customize it in the way that he wants it to be. And then all the way to delivery of the unit.
Mustafa, there is a very important topic whenever agents are pitching it to the clients. It's regarding to the how secure is the developer, is everything okay there with the funding. So can you tell me, like you mentioned that the funding is secured there, yeah. But is there any risks that some of the project might left unfinished?
So the good thing about Abu Dhabi is that they regulated all of that. Abu Dhabi municipality has done an excellent job establishing the escrow account system, as well as the entire process of any purchase and sale. And even they are managing the marketing. They established the escrow account system, in which when a client is buying in, he pays directly to an escrow account that is managed by Abu Dhabi municipality technically. Then the entire payment plan is linked in the SPA to the construction milestone, meaning each payment is paid as the construction progresses. So on foundation casting, on the first floor, on the second floor, each payment is paid as per construction milestone. And that is mentioned in the SPA. So if any delay there is from the developer's side, the purchaser can delay in his payment, let's say, for example. So technically, us as developers will not get our money until we deliver the product for the client. And that is a positive added point for both of us. Both of us feel comfortable when working together, us and our clients, and the municipality is managing all of that and under one umbrella. So yeah, that is the secure thing about it. Other than that, our company itself, we don't take bank loans, and everything is personally funded by the shareholders.
Got it. Mustafa, what expertise guarantees the project's quality?
The expertise is, as I said before, it's that we are doing everything in-house. So meaning we are in control of the entire process from design to the construction. And moreover, the branding of the projects add an extra layer of quality control. Yeah. In which that, the big brands tend to get involved in the specifications, get involved in the quality, tend to reject or accept certain things in the construction process. So that adds an extra layer of protection for the quality and the delivery.
Before we'll jump into the Jacob and Co project, can you tell us a little bit more about some of your other projects that you guys introduced to the market?
So we have built a huge villas community, which is Ohana by the Sea in Al Jurf. It's a beachfront villas complex, and we are subject to start delivering. We started delivery actually, and by the end of this year, we'll be handing over the entire project. It's a huge villas community, as I said. I think you've seen the product before.
Yeah.
So yeah. Then we have another project which was an anchor project in Abu Dhabi city, in Reem Island. It was actually the first branded project in Reem Island, which is the Elisab waterfront, which is it's a very beautiful luxury high-end finishing residential tower that is being built in collaboration with the designer Elisab. Just recently we launched the Jacob & Co beachfront living, which is located in between Abu Dhabi and Dubai by the beachfront as well, which is a huge project of villa complex as well as residential complex with huge amenities and natural reserve and all of that, which is one of the biggest projects that we are building so far.
So for whom did you design this project? Who is the ideal customer there?
You're talking about Jacob & Co?
Yep.
Yeah, so Jacob & Co has been catered in a way that there are a wide variety of units, all the way from 1 bedroom to bedroom to the penthouses to villas and sky mansions and all of that. And we designed it to cater almost everyone in the community that values luxury and values high quality finishing and branded exclusive project. But mainly we chose the location as a beachfront in between Abu Dhabi and Dubai, targeting people who are interested in buying in either. So instead of buying either Dubai or Abu Dhabi, it is catered for both cities. So technically it's 30 minutes away from Dubai, almost 30 minutes away from Abu Dhabi itself. It's very close to the new Al Maktoum International Airport, which is like we're 20 minutes away from Al Maktoum International Airport. So it has great potential for growth on investment in terms of value of the real estate there. And then again, of course, with the brand, with the finishing, with the lifestyle amenities that we added there, we created our own hub of exclusivity that is surrounded by greenery, nature, natural reserves, and a beachfront. It's a beautiful project.
So do you see, is it mainly the people who are working in Dubai will live there, or from Abu Dhabi, or it's kind of a mix?
It's mixed. Anyone who is working in Dubai or Abu Dhabi can live there, and it's a 30-minute drive from both cities. Anyone who is an international buyer who's looking to purchase a first home for him in the UAE, he's buying in between both great cities. Anyone who's looking for a vacation home, it's perfect for a vacation home. It's a beachfront. It's surrounded by greenery and a huge natural reserve, which is something unique. And it's 30 minutes away from both cities. Anyone who's looking for a huge potential on investment gain, can buy there, because technically, if you take a closer look at Dubai and Abu Dhabi from a pure investment perspective, you see that all mega developments from Dubai's side are moving towards Abu Dhabi. If either it was the Al Maktoum International Airport or the Palm Jebel Ali or the Jebel Ali beachfront, or all the mega projects are coming in that area, as well as from Abu Dhabi's side, all mega developments are also coming towards Dubai. Like you have Disneyland that just was recently announced, as well as the Vegas Sphere. They're talking about building it in Yas Island. So all those mega developments are coming closer. So eventually this coastal line in between Abu Dhabi and Dubai will intertwine. And meaning our project located perfectly in the middle by the beachfront will gain a huge value on property and a huge potential in growth.
When I came to that area first, it was my colleague who bought a villa over there, and she told me, Dennis, I want to show you something.
Yeah.
And yeah, she brought me there to show how green everything is. The beach, the water there is incredible. But you know, on the way there, you can see that infrastructure around is not that developed. Do you see it as a disadvantage, or maybe there is some opportunity behind it?
We are developing the full infrastructure of that area. And that is an added value, actually, because we are doing it all as it should be, meaning we're developing everything as it should be by the books. We're not building in a very much overdeveloped area with infrastructure that hasn't been catered for this much population or all of that. So we are doing it in a way, and it's being designed in a way. And you can see that when you're going there. The roads are huge proper size roads, the greenery, the bicycle tracks that we're building there, the pedestrian walkways, all the full infrastructure there is being built in a way that it should be built on a luxury aspect. It wasn't built 20, 30 years ago and doesn't accommodate the new construction that's coming in. No, it's a raw virgin green land by the beachfront, and we're doing the full infrastructure there. And that is actually an added value. But the nice thing about it is that at this moment, if you go back, 4 years back, you will not see anything. But at this moment, anyone who visit there, there's a fully developed community just beside it. I mean, just beside the Jacob & Co beachfront living, where we have built the Ohana by the Sea villas, and we are subject to starting delivery. People are starting to live there. So by now, the almost maybe 50% of the project is fully constructed in terms of infrastructure, roads and pavements and all of that.
On one of your presentations, which I attended, you mentioned a very interesting statistics regarding the beachfront.
Scarcity of the beachfront.
Yeah, it's kind of obvious that it is, but the number that you mentioned is actually
it's very,
highlights
very low.
it.
So, but I'll tell you something. So if you take a closer look on Google Maps, you can anyone who is watching this podcast can open Google Maps. Take a look at Dubai. You're not going to see any beachfront plot that is still not developed. I mean, you might find few, but they're very, very limited number of plots in Dubai side that are on the huge open horizon beach. And because of that, actually, a lot of developers have started building lagoons on the backside of Dubai and building communities around them, bringing the water inside so that they can sell a waterfront community, which is not actual real beachfront and open beach view. And from Abu Dhabi side as well, take a closer look at Abu Dhabi. You have Saadiyat Island, which have few more plots available, and the prices there have gained exponentially high in Saadiyat. And so it's a very, very beautiful beachfront community, of course. But there are very, very limited plots. I mean, 2 or 3 plots, and that's it in all of Saadiyat. Then everything else in between Saadiyat, all the way up to our project location, which is Al Jurf, is technically not an open beachfront, but it's more like mangrove areas. So that is not an open beachfront. You know, it's multiple because it's multiple islands all gathered all over together. And then in our project, it's a huge beachfront all the way to Jabal Ali beach. And then the Jabal Ali beach is a huge public beach. It's not a private beach. So the availability of private beaches is very scarce. And we take pride actually that we had the opportunity to develop a community that is on the direct beachfront. We were almost like 900 linear meters in private beach in our project. And we have 900 linear meters and a private beach community, which is also a huge beachfront for only about 200 something villas, 250 villas that are being developed there. The beachfront that we have on the number of units that we have as well is very spacious. You know, it's a big, open, unobstructed.
Yeah, just to give an example how rare it is. Like I'm trying to recall any communities that has such a big like beachfront. It's
Private beachfront.
Private, yeah.
Because there's a lot of communities that they're building towers, but there's a huge public beach in front of it.
Or
but
hotel.
It's a private or a hotel. But a private beach for a community, it's very scarce.
One of the biggest one that comes to my mind is the Shoreline, but even there it's a commercial, or like
it's not ultra
on a palm.
Yeah.
So Jumeirah Bay has some of them, and so here whenever.
And by the way, the beach over in our project is a God-made natural beach. It's not man-made. It's not we build in the water or no. It's this is where the beach was, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, and the color is amazing. Yeah. And we have 900 meters, where as usual you're lucky to have like 50 meters.
Yeah, of beach.
And you have two towers, two buildings.
Two buildings.
And 150 villas, right?
And a little bit more, like 170 villas all in all. So yeah, it's very low number of units.
I guess we even can focus only on this when we offer it to our clients and explaining how rare it is. So on one side you have mangroves. You do have access to the beach on even in GBR beach, but it's all commercial, not private.
Yeah.
And by the way, do you have a hotel aspect in your project?
So it's not a hotel, but all units that we're building. So the project itself is fully serviced. So it has a la carte services from all the way from maid to cleaning to service. Even if you want to, we have a marina just adjacent to our project, walking distance, like a few minutes walking distance in Al Jurf. So if you want to rent a berth for your yacht, you can just directly, we'll add that service in which you can call directly the concierge and book that. Or if you want to rent a boat. So having a marina there, a private marina in that community, having the beautiful beachfront, having the nature reserve. And of course, there are multiple playgrounds that has been built. Some of them has already been built. We ended up adding a lot of services to our project.
Let's discuss it a little bit more in details. This lifestyle that you guys are creating over there.
That is one of the most important things or selling points actually in our project, is that we have created luxury lifestyle amenities, not just the standard amenities like the gym and so on. No, we added multiple layers of amenities to elevate the level of luxury, starting by the Jacob & Co. Social Club, which will be a members-only club with residents, of course, of the community have access to it. But it will have the cigar lounge, the business center, a huge salons with amenities. So we dedicated actually 70,000 square foot of ground floor amenities for each building, which is a huge
70,000 square foot.
Yeah, for about 150 units for every 150, 160
guys,
units.
It's like 7 full floors in the big commercial towers.
70,000 square foot. It's 7,000 square meters almost. Yeah. I mean, so it's a huge. So the entire ground floor of each building, and it's not a high-rise building. It's a G+6. It's very, very low-rise building, which gives access to the beachfront, and it's not a very condensed area. It's a low condensity area, and it's a boutique project. All in all, with the apartments, with the villas, it doesn't even add up to 500 units. Including the 1 bedrooms, included the 2 bedrooms, including panels, which is a very low number. So again, I always the one thing about Jacob, he sells limited edition watches. Right here, we're selling limited edition real estate pieces. Mm-hmm. He sells it's actually limited edition. It has access to the beach, and you'll not find anything like it anytime similar back again in the market. That it has direct beach access with all those amenities. The quality, the craftsmanship, and all of that. Yeah.
Allow me to repeat it once again. So 70,000 square feet of amenities. Wow. That's really insane.
Ground floor, in each building. So it's 2 buildings. So it's almost 14,000 square foot.
Yeah.
A little bit less because the second building has so it's like 12,000 square foot. Yeah, but anyways.
Let's remove some of the potential objections that also, like, the client sees the renderings. Renderings are incredible. They understand the brand. They understand the layouts. It's amazing. They understand the fact that you have the 900 beach in front of you that is dedicated to you, to this community. But they will say, hey, what are the amenities for the kids? Is there any solution for the school that you have over there?
Yeah. So there is a school being built not by us, by just a neighboring community. It's about 5 minutes away from us. Moreover, for the amenities for the children, we have added a lot of playgrounds. We added a nursery in the project itself. But we haven't assigned the nursery yet, but we will assign it later. But we added a lot of playgrounds, internal and external playgrounds for the children. And then there is the huge natural reserve, which is a beautiful green space. People will go there just to take a walk or walk around, and we'll see all of that. And that by itself not just creates a beautiful green space or green garden behind the community, but also acts as a buffer zone for any other developments that might take place in the future in between our project and anything outside.
I like this point, yeah.
And it's very important. You see all the projects, like you buy in a project, it seems very beautiful, and then after 5 or 10 years, 20 years, it becomes very busy. To get to the project, you'll get to go through a lot of, but in our project, there's a huge green space all around that has been maintained by us and by the authorities around our project, and it acts as a buffer zone for any future developments that will take place over there. And we intended to keep it that way. We didn't build in it, and we intended to keep it empty space, and we use the built-up area in other locations, and that is important.
Yeah, you know what else I recalled? Whenever I was visiting the sales office over there, you really get detached somehow from this city vibe over there, and you really have a place to recharge. And right now there is a huge trend for stillness, let's put it this way, for serenity. Again, it's difficult to come up with any other solutions where the people can choose from. Mustafa, let's discuss some of the units that you have in Jacob & Co.
Yeah, sure.
Tell us about the biggest one, some of the legendary asset over there.
Yeah, well, some of the big units are the beachfront mansions and the sky mansions. Those are the
beachfront. I think it's an incredible purchase. Sorry for interrupting you.
There are direct beachfront units that are directly on the unobstructed view. So they have a 180-degree view of the open horizon view beach. They're built on a huge scale. They're like 18,000 square foot of built-up area for each unit, with huge gardens and greenery. They're limited number. Actually, we still have 1 unit available. They're in total they were 8, and we have 1 available right now. All the other 7 were sold out. The price tag on those units were about 100 million dirhams for those beachfront units.
And we have so many cases when a beachfront mansions performed so well for the investors. Some of my friends closed the deals with the beachfront mansions where people were buying it for the personal use. But then after some time, somebody were knocking on their door saying, "Hey,
please sell me
take the money,
whatever
and
you want."
The deals there were incredible. The deals were incredible. I would definitely focus on one of these opportunities, and even to have this neighbor next to you, it's cool.
Yeah, it's true. And then we had the sky mansions, which are technically they're private mansions built on top of the residential buildings, each one with its own private garden, with its own private elevator, with its own private entrance, with its own private lobby, being built on the top of the building. And those have like a 360 view of the entire thing, from the beachfront and the natural reserve and the entire they're huge in size. We're talking about 20,000 square, 25,000, 27,000 square foot. It depends on which unit you're choosing. And they're also limited. We have 4 units available now still of those big units, and they're amazing because they have like a full view, and they're not a very high rise. We're talking about the 5th floor, or 6th floor. So they're overlooking the entire proximity of the project, and because it's not a very high rise, they tend to see the beach, the water.
While you're sitting in the living room, you still can see it.
You can see everything while sitting in the living room, so which is very much beautiful. And they have their own, and we built them in a way that they have their own private real garden on top, because the slab thickness that we have built for them is more the standard. It's like a transfer slab.
So
we built.
You enforced like the floor under them, right?
It's actually in structural means. I come from a structural background. I'm a civil engineer, so we build actually a transfer. So we build a transfer slab on the 5th and 6th floor. So it's a transfer slab. It acts like a foundation layer for those units, and then redistributes, because we changed the layout of the columns, of the entire layout of them, and then the entire load of this unit is redistributed on the transfer slab, and that transfer slab redistributes the entire load on the columns to the foundation. So they're built on a full raft foundation, technically, that is hanging up in the air. They're like hanging gardens with a unit on top. And they have their own private entrance, their own private elevator, their own private ground floor parking. They're very unique type of units with the unobstructed view of everything.
What is the price for them?
About 70-80 million dirhams. It depends on which unit, but they start.
Wait a second, 25,000 square feet?
It depends on the size. So the smaller size units are for 70, the bigger sizes are for like 80 million dirhams. So in between 7 to 80,000, and the size of those units are from 20. I remember they were from 20,000 square foot to 27,000 square foot. It depends on the
Who do you see there as a potential owner of these units? We can direct right now agents, hey guys, approach these people. No, try to approach. Whom do you see there as a person who owns this penthouse?
So the people, honestly, that have purchased from us such units, either the beachfront or the sky mansions till now, because we sold some units. In total, we had 8 sky mansions and we had 8 beachfront mansions. And the beachfront mansions are almost all sold out. We have 1 unit left. And the Sky Mansions, we have 4 units left because just recently we launched the J building, which has like 4 units. The C building has been sold out. Those units, almost all our purchaser persona that purchased were either people who were listed on Forbes, honestly, or international buyers. If you Google the person, you'll find him. I cannot disclose, but they're international buyers. That are technically, they purchase them as a trophy asset to buy and hold, and they will keep appreciating in value because they're unique and there's nothing that will come like them in the market. Same thing like the ones that are buying the Jacob & Co. We had one watch collector. He purchased 3 units, actually. I mean, 1 beachfront, 1 sky mansion, and another canal mansion. He's a Jacob & Co. Watch collector, and he purchased those 3 units as also a collection of branded real estate by Jacob & Co. So,
Mustafa, we just touched the creme de la creme of the project. Let's discuss a little bit more the apartments that you have there, and we can also talk about the villas that are behind the project.
So we have penthouses. Those are also luxury units with 180 view of the entire. Actually, almost all the apartments have like sea view or water view from one side. The penthouses price point was like 20 million dirhams for the penthouses. They're big, vast penthouses on the corner units with their own private pool and all of that in the project. We had 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom apartments. The range of the units are like 4 million to 7 million dirhams, depending on, we're talking about almost $1 million starting price for the units. But again, all the units are very spacious, huge in size, with view of with in-suites, bedrooms. All bedrooms are in-suite, with unobstructed water views. And they have direct access to the amenities, to the beachfront, to the Jacob & Co. Beach Club, to the Jacob & Co. Social Club, to the restaurants that are directly on the beach, to the Cigar Lounge, to all of those mega amenities. Each building by itself has 12 elevators serving about 150 units, which is like every 12 or 13 apartments have their own elevator, technically, which means, the level of luxury keeps on building up. And that is something unique about those apartments.
And what about other types of villas that you have?
So the villas themselves, we have wide variety of villas from 4 bedroom to 5 bedroom. Canal villas that are directly on the canal with a small beachfront canal in front of them. The price also differs. So you have the canal villas starting at 19.5 to 20 million dirhams. And those are they're technically beachfront villas on directly, and they have their own private beach in front of them, a swimmable beach, but they don't have the 180 unobstructed water view. They have a view over to the greenery or the canal in front of them with waterfront. So those units, but they have their own private beach, and they come in sizes of almost 500 square meters. That's about 5,000 square foot, about 8 or 9,000 square foot plot area. And then we have the backside villas, which don't have technically water view, but they're walking distance, like 1-2 minute walking distance from the beach. and the price range of those were in between 8 million to 10 million dirhams, which is very much acceptable. So you're talking a 4-bedroom villa for 8 million dirham, 8 point something, 8.5, 8.7. It depends on the location, of course, if it's corner unit or not. But we're talking about 8.5 million for a 4-bedroom villa with walking distance to a private beach. And it is within the same community, branded, 30 minutes away from both cities. And to get to that villa, you have to go through a natural reserve. You actually walk through the natural reserve, or drive through it to get to the villa entrance. So there's a huge natural reserve covering the entire proximity of the project, and you have to experience that to see it. It's till now the price range or the price point is very much acceptable in comparison with the entire market around us.
Yeah, especially if you take a look on the price per square foot and considering the location. And the villas also have access to the amenities of the...
Yeah, of course. All the villas have the amenities of the... It's one project. So all the villas, apartments have access to all the amenities of the project.
Okay, we have an incredible project in incredible location, and we have also the name on it of Jacob.
Yeah, it's the Jacob & Co. Beachfront Living.
Can you tell us a little bit more about this collaboration with him?
So it was very nice. I mean, himself, he's a very, very... you can say he's a genius in many aspects of business, especially in socializing and the way he designs and the attention that he gives to details. I've met Jacob Arabo personally on multiple occasions. He's a very beautiful character. I mean, he's a very nice guy and a character, and working with him has been very professional, and at the same time, we loved that collaboration. We loved the experience we had with him. The guy is amazing, actually, and working with him has been a very nice experience for Ohana. He got into the detail of the customization of the project. He added some personal touches. For example, the main lobby watch. I'm not sure if you've seen that.
I've seen it.
It's one of his touches that he added it to the main lobby. So instead of a standard chandelier that we build in the main lobby, he created or crafted a huge dynamic watch in the ceiling. With the render for that, I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to show the render.
We can pull it up.
Show it up and let the people see the amazing design that has been built in the main lobby to elevate the level of luxury. And that was like a surreal, design aspect of that he added to that. And then the social club, his involvement in the designs and the way that he chose the material made it enjoyable for our team to work with him on the entire exterior and interior design of the project.
Mustafa, and there is a difference between like having a brand on the building and mentioning it's by Jacob & Co. In our case, it's by Jacob & Co.
It's not just it's by Ohana, but it's the project itself holds Jacob & Co. name. It is the Jacob & Co. Beachfront Living by Ohana Development. Mm-hmm. So there's a big difference between other developers who are just paying fees for the brand and getting the brand name and just adding it like a project named X by some brand. Mm-hmm. But in our project, his involvement was directly in almost everything. The unit sizes, the layouts, the design, the choice of material, the choice of finishing, external and internal, the amenities that he added to the project, the lifestyle amenities that he was involved in, the main lobby. The lobby itself is an art piece. I mean, the way it's been designed and all of that. So he was personally involved in that. And this is why the project holds his name. We opted to have the project being called the Jacob & Co. Beachfront Living. And it is being developed by Ohana Development as a developer. But Jacob's name is with the development for generations. It's not just a brand that you added for a few years. It's the main brand of the building. This project will represent his image over 4 generations, diving deeply in the design and all the details, because this project represents his brand on the long term. And this is why he wanted it to be a huge success, and that is what it's turning out to be.
Like, agents also can explain to their clients that there are different levels of involvement whenever the brand is associated with some projects, right?
Yeah.
And here we are talking about the deepest level.
Yeah, deepest level of involvement.
Where he was involved in the layouts and design and many other different things. From the investment point of view, what brand... like a branded residences bring as a benefits to the investor?
Well, the branded residences in general, or we're talking about our projects? In general, if I'm gonna say, the brand always brings value because a branded project stands out among all other projects around it or that being built around it. People tend to, any branded project tends to be an anchor project in the mind of the person talking about it. So when you're telling somebody, I'm living in this branded project, he tends to memorize it directly. He'll know where you're living. If he Googles it, he'll find that it's a different story than just telling a guy like I'm living in this project, and you're having a hard time memorizing the name of it because there's not a lot of projects that are branded by a specific big brand. But in other cases, not just by adding the name to it, a lot of branded projects are adding value for the quality, the craftsmanship, the services. There's a lot of aspects in which the brand can bring value. In
You
our
had
case,
something from Jacob talking about the craftsmanship and services that he said, hey guys, this is what I expect you in terms of the services, and if it's not there, like, I'm very upset.
well, actually, it's not like that. We sat down together and we crafted what services perfectly fit the project and we did a huge research on what we should build there. And we find out at the end that we should build like a destination point or an attraction point in between Abu Dhabi and Dubai. So anyone who's coming to Dubai will just pass by and have a seat, or anyone who wants to meet somebody from Dubai and another guy from Abu Dhabi, they'll meet there as a destination point or a middle point. And that has been done on a huge research. And this is why we opted to build the Jacob & Co. Social Club and the Cigar Lounge and the Jacob & Co. Beach Club, the business center over there, so that people will meet up under, and we elevated the level of luxury so that it is more convenient for everyone to go there and sit in this beautiful destination point. But if you go back to history for that area and how we came up that it should be a destination point in between Abu Dhabi and Dubai to join both cities, you'll find out that royalty in the UAE used to they chose Al Jurf as their peak destination point. And one example I can tell you is that in that same area, there's a beautiful, beautiful historic landmark, palace that belonged to His Highness, the late Sheikh Zayed, the founding father of the UAE. And it just happened to be there in that area. And that palace is a very beautiful masterpiece that has been built in that area, on the borders in between Abu Dhabi and Dubai. So when Sheikh Zayed, when he took a decision, I believe, to build such a palace or to have such a beautiful building built there or castle. It's not just like a palace. It's a palace with a huge majlis as well, which is a huge meeting room built for it, and all of the amenities and the gardens, and to have all those beautiful gardens around it. He had the greater vision. He's the founder of the UAE. So we looked at that, and we looked at the project proximity from in between Abu Dhabi and Dubai, and we opted to not repeat. You cannot repeat something that someone that great did, but to create or to cater a meeting point for both Dubai and Abu Dhabi in that beautiful location in Al Jurf, and that is what we built with Jacob, and we designed it to be that way.
Okay, Mustafa, so let's, if somebody just now opened the video, let's summarize for them why Jacob & Co. is a good investment opportunity for the investors.
Well, there are multiple reasons. Mostly and most importantly is the location. It's a beachfront. It's in between Abu Dhabi and Dubai. It's surrounded by greenery and natural reserve and the wildlife, which is like, it's a heaven. In between between the great cities of Dubai and Abu Dhabi. Secondly, it's branded by Jacob & Co. and his involvement was not just by the brand, but the quality of the craftsmanship, the quality of the finishing, the involvement in the design, and all of that. So they're getting great quality product. Thirdly, the services that are being offered there with the amenities that are being offered in the project, all the way from the Jacob & Co. Social Club to the Cigar Lounge to the business center to the beautiful entrance and the huge lobby that is there in the project, and the beautiful green entrance on the main natural reserve side when you're entering the project and all of that. So that is the third point as well. And the fourth most important point is that the price range is still very much acceptable in comparison with other bigger developments that are in the city center or somewhere else. So, and on the long term, this will become the city center of both great cities, because, as I said, again, all mega developments are coming into this area between Abu Dhabi and Dubai. The Al Maktoum International Airport, the Palm Jabal Ali, the Jabal Ali beachfront, the mega developments from Abu Dhabi's side, they're coming closer to here. Like Disneyland is in Yas, which is like, Yas is like 22 minutes away from our project. You know, Ferrari World, Warner Brothers, everything that is in Yas, which is like beautiful, the most important leisure spot in the UAE right now. You have all of those things that will elevate the property value.
I absolutely agree. And Mustafa, from like on behalf of agents, I want to tell you thank you for giving us an opportunity to work on such product. It is like I know the stories of some of the deals because agents are sharing with me that yes, like a client is asking for the waterfront, and come on, yeah, it's very difficult to find, and even the options on the waterfront, we know they are like maybe on a palm or somewhere else. The water there is not what you expect it to be. I know an agent who even closed the deal in the same day, so he were looking for his client for something.
I'll tell you, most of the deals that are done, they are done on spot on the sales center. So we have a very beautiful sales center by the beachfront in the project location, technically. And when the client walks in there, he walks through the natural reserve, he sees the gazelles and the greenery, and he just stands in front of the beach, and he understands the project, and he takes a look at the price range. He just takes on spot the decision to just buy in. The only hurdle in all of this is that sometimes the brokers tend to not bring their client to the site, or just try to sell him on paper without going there and experiencing things firsthand. And this is a big mistake. If you want your client to be convinced and to buy, bring him to the site, bring him to the sales center, bring him to the actual project plot location, going there firsthand, checking on the soil and standing in front of the beachfront, seeing the blue turquoise color water with the nice greenery, the natural reserve, and all of that. And he will fall in love with the location, and he will take a direct decision to just make a purchase.
Yep, definitely. Mustafa, thank you so much for passing by, for sharing your journey, your vision, and tell us more about the Jacob & Co. Definitely an incredible project. I'm very excited for the agents who could sell one of these penthouses. I was trying to think about the competition for 25,000 square feet units in this price range, and it's very, very difficult. I know the projects, some of them. Guys, if you need help here to structure the pitch, approach me. But this penthouses with this size and with this price is an incredible opportunity for somebody. Yeah. Mustafa, thank you once again for passing by, and we'll see you in your sales office, right?
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me, my friend. It's been a pleasure.
Same here.
All right.
70,000 square feet of amenities.
Yeah.
Wow.
7,000 square meters, not that big.
Let's do it again.